Okay, and welcome to the Tri-Town Veterans Day Parade. My name is Ross Hannigan, and I'm joined by
Ann Kerrigan.
Nice to see everyone out there today. We hope that you had a chance to either see it here on location in Bridgewater this year, or on EBCAM, or BTV, or WBCAM. So we are eagerly awaiting the Division 1 of the parade, which will be here momentarily. We are looking forward to the various divisions. Each town has a division, and Division 2 will be East Bridgewater. Mm-hmm. Division 3 will be West Bridgewater. Division 4 will be
Bridgewater.
Yes.
Town of Bridgewater.
And we will be meeting the parade judges. And after the parade leaves here, we'll be going to the Veterans Gazebo in Bridgewater, where we will be covering the ceremonies thanks to Jeff Fowler and the crew at BTV who are helping out that day.
Absolutely. Thanks to Jeff.
Yes. A lot of folks here at the parade area, which is makes me very happy to see folks coming out to honor our veterans. And we're looking forward to a fun parade, right?
Yeah, it's turning into a beautiful sunny day. All the rain clouds are blowing away, and it's for what is today, November 11th.
Yes.
Duh, it's
the
Veterans
11th
Day.
No, see, I was right. I was right. It was Armistice Day. Okay, so the way this story goes. See, I thought it was right, and then I'm like, no, maybe it isn't. Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day after World War I. And the reason for that was because the armistice for World War I was signed on November 11th and took effect at 11 a.m. That's literally when they stopped shooting, firing cannons, everything stopped on. And that is, by the way, where we get the term the 11th hour, where you're rescued in the 11th hour. So after World War I, it became Armistice Day. After World War II, it was updated and became Veterans Day. But it is, I was right, that was the story.
You are right.
So the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month
there you go.
Is where Armistice Day became eventually Veterans Day after World War II. Plenty of veterans out there. I do know that our Grand Marshal, David Sudhalter, was a U.S. Navy World War II veteran, and our other Grand Marshal?
Mr. William Levy in the U.S. Army and served in the Korean War.
Yes. Korean War is a little close to my heart just because I was stationed in Korea back in 1988. Not during the war. I've had a couple of people walk up to me and I tell them, yeah, I served in Korea, and they're like, where were you during the war? And I'm like, I'm not that old.
Not born yet.
Or maybe I'm do I look that old?
No, of course not.
But anyway. Korean War was quite a fascinating story, which was the North Koreans pushed the American troops all the way down to Busan, which is the southernmost tip of South Korea. And they called in General MacArthur because he was actually handling the troops in Japan after World War I. Mm-hmm. So they brought him in, and he proposed the most dangerous, most audacious action of the war, which is he was going to go up the side of the peninsula and attack the North Korean troops from behind their own lines. And the comment that was made in the Pentagon at the time was, look at an invasion plan and look for what could possibly go wrong. And this has every single thing that could possibly go wrong. Because they had to basically land the landing craft within a specific set of hours for high tide. If they didn't, the boats would become trapped, or the boats would not be able to get back out. They had to capture an island off of the side of the peninsula to prevent the North Koreans from knowing that we were moving up there. Now, the thing is, everyone had so much faith in MacArthur at the time, including the president, that they okayed the plan. And amazingly, it worked. So we cut off the North Korean troops' supply lines and then pushed the North Korean troops back beyond the 38th parallel into North Korea. And the thing that I always remember was I worked for Armed Forces Television in Korea, and we were coming up on one of the anniversaries of the Korean War. So I was supposed to go through all these old pictures of American Forces Korea Network TV and radio stations and put together a montage to celebrate the Korean War and the history behind AFCAN. AFCAN is one of the only broadcast units ever to receive a presidential citation, and this is the story behind that.
Okay.
When we pushed the North Koreans not only through North Korea but into China, that did happen. General MacArthur went on Armed Forces Radio and sent a message to the North Koreans basically saying, "You're whipped, we beat you, give up, surrender now, and we'll call it a day."
Mm-hmm.
And by us doing that, we received a presidential
Wow.
citation.
That's cool.
Now, what MacArthur did not realize, because he had made the remark, "Don't worry, the troops will be home by Christmas,"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the Chinese decided that the American invasion of North Korea, which was a communist nation, was too dangerous for them, and they joined into the Korean War
Oh, God.
and crossed back into unbelievable numbers
Uh-huh.
and pushed the Americans back to the 38th parallel. Luckily, no further than that. Well, depending on, there are incursions here and there. But then it became a stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Okay.
So when I was putting together the montage for pictures of AFKN, I discovered quite a few pictures of TV stations and radio stations, which during my time in Korea, I did not recognize.
Uh-huh.
So I went to my sergeant and I said, "Where are these stations?" He goes, "Russ, there's a reason you don't see those, because those were radio and TV stations above the 38th parallel.
Ah.
We are no longer station managers there." I was like, "Oh,
You're done.
okay." But at one point,
Yeah. Right.
we had radio and TV stations above the 38th parallel. So the crowd is starting to fill up. It's nice to see so many
Yes.
folks out here.
Oh, there's the Ferriolis and their two beautiful children.
Wearing his lovely Restoration Coffee shirt. I don't know if we're going to get in trouble for offering that advertisement.
Well, it's not an advertisement.
Okay,
It's an endorsement. Is it the same? They have great coffee.
It's a plug.
I just,
Okay.
what can we say?
Okay. That's an opinion. We'll say that's an opinion. And you're allowed to give
In
your
my
opinion.
opinion,
In your opinion.
Restoration Coffee is the best coffee ever. Oh, I hear sirens.
I hear sirens as well.
They may be headed this way.
I think they are approaching, and that is going to be Division 1, which is made up of.
The East Bridgewater Fire Department, West Bridgewater Fire Department, and the Bridgewater Fire Department.
So they will be showing up in that order. And when they do get here, and they will be loud, we are going to shut up, which I'm sure you want us to do anyway.
Could you please stop talking?
I'm sure our control room crew is thinking that right now. as we
Please,
speak.
please, we're begging you. Stop talking.
Yes. But it should be a wonderful parade. I know every year each town veterans officer, VSO, tries to outdo the other town and make their parade bigger than the last one. So I'm sure that this being the VSO for Bridgewater's first year doing this parade, he is probably going to try and pull out all the stops and make it impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So now last year the parade was in East Bridgewater and was synchronized to the 200th anniversary of East Bridgewater.
Yeah.
So we had quite the parade and quite a healthy turnout for the events.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I know next year the parade will be in West Bridgewater. It is their turn to do the parade next year.
Here they come.
Here they come.
Oh, I still see traffic.
Yep.
Oh, it's going the other way. Okay, I'm like, oh, they're coming that way. They're making the turn.
Yep. Little nippy out this morning. I think more because of the wind. If it weren't so windy today, I think it would be warmer.
Oh, it'd be, yeah.
Okay. We're going to be quiet while the fire trucks arrive. Okay. First, the convertible has to be our Grand Marshals, Dr. David Sudhalter from the U.S. Navy, World War II.
And Mr. William Levy from the U.S. Army in Korea.
And that was Division. That was the Grand Marshals. We're coming up now on Division 2. We just passed Division 1. The American Legion Post Color Guard, followed by the Marching and Riding Veterans. We should also see State Senator Michael Brady, State Representative Allison Sullivan, Select Board members Carol Julius, Peter Spagone, David Sheedy of...
There's our Select Board right now. Hi, Carol. Hi, Dave.
Followed by
And
the Veteran
Peter,
Service Officer
back.
Chris Buckley.
Nice.
Police Chief Michael Jenkins, Fire Chief Timothy Herron, the Kiwanis Club, Commercial Club, Lions Club, East Bridgewater High School Marching Band will coming up, the East Bridgewater Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, Capuchoni School Performing Arts, Paul Coffee Dance Center, Michelle Studio Dance, as well as other participating units. And we have the Boy Scouts.
Pack 28.
Pack 28
Our
and
old
29. Yep.
My husband and I used to run that pack back in the day.
So you definitely know these scouts.
Yes, we do. Happy to see them.
And the Girl Scouts love their cookies.
Love the Girl
Thin Mints.
Scouts. Hi. Followed by the East Bridgewater
Marching Band.
Vikings Marching Band. Color Guard looking snazzy in the front there.
Yes. And they do an exceptionally good job at the football games, which we should be seeing them this
Hi,
Friday.
Brandy Lane
Yep.
heading up the marching band. Very adeptly. They get bigger every year, this band, which is so wonderful to see. We have our East Bridgewater music parents holding up the rear of the parade.
Yep. And doing a wonderful job.
They always do.
Okay.
Very supportive group. My daughter's old dance school.
Yes.
Paula Coffee Dance.
Yes. Used to live there, above the Paula Coffee Dance Center. Could always tell when it was the weekend. You'd hear a synchronized tap on a Saturday morning.
Love it. Oh, look at all our little dancers. They're so cute. There's Denise Coffee up on the float.
Right. Everybody in their wonderful purple outfits.
Very nice. And then we have the competition teams here. You can see they have all their pins on their jackets from their many trophies.
They are doing the Army song. That means they're probably going to do the Air Force song, the Navy song, and the Marine song. But I'm glad they at least started with the Army song. That makes me, as a veteran, very happy.
Looking good.
Yeah. That's a lot of pins, a lot of different.
It is. So many competitions.
So many. Can you remember any of the competitions?
No, not off the top of my head. No, they all blend together.
It's a blur.
It is a blur.
Doing a wonderful job in the parade this year.
Looking good. Looking good, girls.
For some of these kids, I'm imagining this is their first parade.
The ones on the float, absolutely. Absolutely. Now here comes West Bridgewater.
I will let
Division 3. We have the Boy Scouts going by right now, Troop 23. And then coming up, we'll have the West Bridgewater Selectmen, Veteran Service Officer Walter Thayer. I assume coming up behind this. This is a Humvee, right?
Yes.
Rolling up on us now.
Actually, I got to ride in one of those in Korea.
Looks kind of cool.
And at Fort Bragg.
It's a little wide trying to get in the garage door, but you know, nice. Looks very
and they're throwing
cool.
candy to the kids. That's very nice.
Let's see, who else have we coming? Let's see, marching and riding veterans. So I'm assuming the veterans are riding in the Humvee. Hi guys. Oh, I can't get it right now.
We'll pick it up later, I promise. They just threw us some candy, but we'll have to pick it up later.
This must be our West Bridgewater Selectmen.
I would assume
coming up on us here.
Yes.
They have the town seal. Then we have Cub Scout Pack 23.
Yep.
Looking good,
I think we also have some Weeblos in there, which stands for We'll Be Loyal Scouts.
That's right. Good job, Russ.
Well, I was a Weeblo, so.
And more Girl Scouts.
Yes.
I don't have a troop number for them?
I don't either. I would love to tell you.
Trying to see it
It's
on
the
their
Girl
little
Scouts of West Bridgewater.
Yes.
By the
And-
West Bridgewater
yeah.
Marching Band. That is one big public works truck.
West Bridgewater Department of Public Works proudly represented.
Yes.
That's a big truck.
That's a big
That
truck.
is a really big truck. And let's see, the Angels Garden
Yep.
coming up on the heels of the DPW. I think we've seen them in the Christmas parade in West Bridgewater, I believe. They always have a really nice float.
Yep.
That's
Angels
a cool
Garden
old truck.
Nursery and landscaping.
Yeah.
So,
West Bridgewater. Oh my goodness, they've still got another truck. Wow.
yes. They've got quite a few.
Called out all the trucks.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we've got
Wow, the
beautiful
Lions.
Corvette followed by Angels Garden. What looks like
This is the Lions Club, West Bridgewater Lions Club, coming up behind this very pretty Corvette.
yeah.
We've got the mascot up there.
Yeah.
I have to say, Russ, this is like one of the quieter parades I think I've ever seen. They're just going low and easy on the sirens.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Beautiful Corvette. When I was a kid, that would be the epitome of owning a Corvette.
Everybody wanted a Corvette.
Yeah. Even Prince sung about the red Corvette.
Now there's Jerry Lawrence on top of the Lions float, causing trouble.
We have a couple of veterans here.
Yeah. I think now coming up is Bridgewater, right?
Yeah, it should be.
The Bridgewater Color Guard,
Yes.
Post 2125,
Yeah.
VFW Post 2125.
We have several different honor guards here, which is
Yes,
they
very
are just
nice.
looking very sharp in their uniforms. Bridgewater firefighters.
Police and firefighters
Yeah.
color guard. So we have the Veteran Service Officer Greg Martin.
Yep.
He's here somewhere.
And the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the Bridgewater facility, the VFWs, in their vehicle coming by.
We're also having the 8th Plymouth District State Representative-elect coming through after the VFW.
Yep. I think this is great that they're letting the veterans drive themselves, or in some
Yeah.
cases be driven, just so that
Pretty cool.
they can actually stay warm on this
Yeah.
chilly day and be comfortable during the parade. I think that's a great idea.
Whoa! Our
Oh.
band is gonna. Oh, this is gonna blow up again.
That's-
No, that's worse. Now they can't see.
Just can't win.
Someone else
But
is
win.
coming. It's the POW MIA. This is, there you go, Purple Heart Town, Bridgewater, Mass. Oh,
it's
we
just-
just didn't have good planning on this banner, folks. But here
Yeah.
is the Veterans
For
Council
Bridgewater.
for Bridgewater.
Yep. And this is the Bridgewater Town Council. I know because I recognize several
Recognize them.
officials up there.
Mark Lindy. Hello. Dennis Gallagher.
Yeah.
He's the newly
elected.
The newly elected.
Yeah.
State,
I think I can
state
safely
rep.
say at this point that I voted for him. So
Yes, yes. Nice guy. My husband
Yes.
went to high school with him.
Bridgewater Republican Town Committee.
Followed by the Bridgewater Marching Band.
Looking very snazzy in their
Yes.
uniforms as well.
Like those uniforms. Very sharp.
Very patriotic. Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Just past that, looks like a beautiful old Ford.
Oh, yes.
I hope I'm not wrong when I say it's a Model T. It looks like a Model T. All these beautiful classic vehicles.
So the 7-line project is the Jeeps.
This
Don't know
beautiful
where the Jeeps
Thunderbird. Convertible Thunderbird.
I bet you these folks are all from Wheels of Time.
I would be willing to bet they are definitely from
Could be. Another nice Corvette.
Yes.
Oh, look at this car. Red, white, and blue. Flames.
Yep.
Very snazzy.
Indeed.
Oh, Little League Massachusetts champions. Bridgewater. 2024.
Congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Congratulations, guys.
Nice job. Plymouth County.
Plymouth 4H.
Ooh.
And a classic Jeep, which when I was in the service, they were just transitioning them out. So I actually got to ride around in the Army
Oh, it's a
in
Willie.
a Jeep and
Willys,
a Humvee.
right?
Yes.
That's the original
Yes.
Willie. Nice.
They actually came in kits that had to be assembled. Supposedly, you could assemble a Jeep in under 4 minutes once you open the package.
Wow.
Mind you, I had to have quite a few people, and you had to know where the parts go.
Wow. Big 4-H group.
Yes.
Very.
Love
Look at
the
all the
dogs.
dogs,
Yes.
Russ. There you go.
Oh,
Russ
beautiful
loves dogs. We all love dogs, but
Yes. And
That's
quite an
awesome.
array of dogs.
look how well behaved they are too. My dogs would be trying to kill everybody.
Yep.
Oh, there's a beautiful dog in the back here. And we have a
MP Honor Guard,
nice
Yankee Division,
another Humvee.
and another Humvee.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That one looks a little heavy dutier.
And that one looks like it's been through some activity.
Military police.
Yes.
Oh, this must be okay. So the 7-line project. All these Jeeps. Oh, we saw them driving by earlier.
Yes.
Very snazzy.
Very patriotic. The way
Yes.
he's got an eagle
It's
up
got
on
an
top
eagle.
of his Jeep.
Very nice. A lot of lights. A lot of lights going on. Ah, nice.
These guys will never get stuck in the snow.
No. Or the mud.
Or the mud.
Very cool.
Notice the ducks some of them have on their front window.
Oh, yeah.
It is a tradition amongst the Jeep goers to duck each other.
All right, look at that nice,
Yep.
nice pink accents on this Jeep.
Yep. Jeep owners are a very elite group. They
Yeah.
modify their Jeeps and they have all sorts of decorations on them. More ducks in the windows.
That's a pretty blue. Oh, that's
Yep.
Stacy Coyne. Hello. Nice to see you.
Hi, Stacy.
Very nice. Oh, look at
Right.
this Jeep. It has everything on it. It's got skulls on the headlights. That's
I
really
thought you would notice
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I thought you would notice that part.
I'm just a skull girl. What can I
Yes.
say? It's got stars. It's got all kinds of fancy
Yeah.
lights on the front. What do we got in the back? Like a big USO. It's a big eagle in the back.
Yep, there you go.
Very nice.
Very impressive the way they decorate
I
them.
love to see all these ladies
Another-
driving the Jeeps.
Yeah.
Girl
Another
power.
Classic
Woohoo.
Corvette. Yep. Stingray Corvette. Beautiful.
And here comes Pat Snow's Dance Academy. Another long time Dance Academy from East Bridgewater. Very pretty
Looking very snazzy.
uniforms. Costumes. Well, yeah, uniforms. And
Very nice patriotic music.
let's see, yes. Bridgewater has a very large contingent this year of everybody. It's your hometown.
Yep.
It's your hometown.
Here come the Bridgewater Girl Scouts
Girl
following.
Scouts.
Very large contingent. It's nice to see that the Girl Scouts, the Cub Scouts, and the Boy Scouts
Yeah.
still have very active membership.
Hope so. Start your community service there, you know?
Yep.
So it's Cub Scout Pack 31 coming up now
Yep. From Bridgewater.
from Bridgewater.
Nice to see all the parents also involved with the kids and the scouts.
This is Fire for Effect Foundation.
I would have to say that's got to be a veterans group, which
Must be.
veterans and first responders.
Yes.
Supporting veterans
Nice
and first
dog.
responders.
Another nice dog, Russ.
Nice sweater too.
Very nice. Nice little
Fire for
fall-themed float.
Yes.
I think the baby in the back of the stroller. That's great.
We have the Disabled American Veterans Group followed in their vehicle.
And we should mention our judges this morning, our parade judges.
Oh yes, absolutely.
From East Bridgewater, we had Candy Boyle. West Bridgewater, Bridget Murphy and Amelia Chu. And from Bridgewater, Pauline Grenier.
Also, at the Veterans Gazebo at Legion Field, the Master of Ceremonies will be the Bridgewater Veteran Service Officer, Greg Martin. Invocation, of course, by the Very Reverend John T. Bacon, and remarks from the various groups. Well, we will be leaving the parade here and going to that. And I want to thank my co-host, Ann Kerrigan, who volunteered.
I was involuntarily volunteered. So
I do sincerely appreciate
you are
you
welcome,
assisting.
Russ. Everybody, have a great Veterans Day.
Yes, we want to thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for the ceremonies at the Veterans Gazebo here in Bridgewater.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Grand Marshals, all of the veterans present here today, welcome to the Bridgewater's Tri-Town Veterans Day ceremony. My name is Greg Martin. I am the Veteran Service Officer for the town of Bridgewater. Thank you all for coming out here today to honor our veterans, both past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, there are heroes among us. Let us never take this for granted. It is a tremendous honor to be here today amongst those heroes. Mr. David Freyer, one of our Grand Marshals, is one of only a few remaining World War II veterans Mr. Freyer is one of only a few remaining World War II veterans in the town of Bridgewater. Mr. William Levy, our other Grand Marshal and lifetime resident of Bridgewater. Mr. Levy is a veteran of the Korean War. These men are part of our country's greatest generation. I encourage you all to take the time to honor them and listen to their stories. We can all learn from their experiences and their selfless service to our great nation. These two gentlemen are great representatives of all of the veterans of our community who are here today, as well as those who are here in spirit. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my message is the same. Honor them, listen to their stories, and learn from their experiences and their selfless service to our great nation. Our theme for this year's Tri-Town Veterans Day event is Let Us Serve Them. Please think about that statement, and let me say it again. Let us serve them. We all feel and express gratitude to those who served. But what I'm asking is that we all think about an action that we can take to serve our veterans who have so selflessly served us. The freedoms and liberties that we enjoy are only possible because of those heroes among us. Thank you. I'll be followed by the Very Reverend John T. Bacon for the invocation.
Those who have served and those currently serving the uniformed services of the United States are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace always has been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are those who have endured and may be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. Let us continue to tell America the story that without the service and sacrifice of Americans, servicemen and women, there would not be a United States of America. In the words of the prophet Hosea, "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the Lord shall be established in the tops of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. Many nations shall come and say, Let us go to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many peoples, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into tuning forks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against a nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, East Bridgewater Selectman Mr. David Sheedy.
Good morning. Thank you to the Bridgewater, West Bridgewater, East Bridgewater committees for putting today together. Today is a day that we honor our veterans here and those no longer with us. The words that I kept on hearing during the march today was, "Thank you for your service." Nothing could be more than true. For all the veterans out there, please raise your hand. For all the rest of you here, together, please thank you for your service. Everybody, thank you for your service. That's not good enough. One more time. Thank you for your service. And make sure every year, every day of every year, you thank the veterans that you know. I don't know of any veteran out there, when they hear the words, "Thank you for your service," gets upset about it. You could be a difference in them having an okay day and a great day by just saying those 5 words, "Thank you for your service." Remember the families that were here while their people, their men and women, were serving our country. Remember to thank them also. They seem to be forgotten at times. They had to hold the fort down while their people were away defending us, be it overseas or be it in the United States. They deserve an awful lot of credit. Again, thank them every chance you get. A prayer for veterans. Proud of our nation, they answered her call, defending the freedom and safety for all, on land or on sea or in jets high above. They went out of duty in honor and love. But however they served, Lord, wherever they went, please bless them and help them to know what it meant. And help us to thank them on Veterans Day, for we owe them far more than we ever could say. Thank you. Remember our veterans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Perez, West Bridgewater Selectman, U.S. Marine Corps, retired.
Hey, all the Marines out there, happy belated birthday. You look fabulous for 249 years old. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that put this event together today. To our veterans represent who we are. They face challenges we may never know and have shown us the true meaning of service, of putting country before self. They've stood watch over our rights, protected our country, and given us the gifts of security and peace. Whether on the front lines or in support roles, their contributions have been invaluable, and our debt to them is one we can never fully repay. Let's commit to a future that holds their service Let's work to be a community that remembers our heroes, not just today, but every day. Whether it's through supporting veterans in our community, teaching the next generation about their sacrifices, or participating in civic duties they protected. We can all play a role in preserving the freedoms they fought for. To every veteran here and across our nation, thank you. Your courage and sacrifice are an inspiration to us all. We are eternally grateful for your service, and we promise to honor it by working together to build a stronger, free, and unified nation. Thank you. I'll be followed by Bridgewater Town Council President, Dr. Kevin Perry.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Town Council and the Town of Bridgewater, welcome the citizens of East and West Bridgewater and their representatives, and especially to the veterans of all three towns here today. As we gather to commemorate Veterans Day, we pause to honor the brave men and women who have selflessly served our towns, our state, and our nation. Their sacrifices, both great and small, have shaped the world we live in today. The theme of this year's Veterans Day is "Let us honor them." It's a simple phrase, yet it carries profound weight. It's a call to action, a reminder of our duty as U.S. citizens to acknowledge and appreciate the contributions and sacrifices of our many veterans. These brave men and women, many of whom were barely 18 years old at the time, left the comforts of their homes to defend our freedoms. They've endured hardships and loss, faced dangers, and made sacrifices that most of us can't even fathom or comprehend. They've stood guard over our nation, providing and ensuring our country's safety and security with courage and determination. Let us honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice, paying the highest price for our freedom. Their memories live on in the hearts of their loved ones and the memorials created for them by their grateful communities and the grateful nation they defended. For those that return home, let us honor them by remembering their stories. Let us listen to their experiences, learn from their wisdom, and appreciate their courage. Let us share their triumphs and acknowledge their struggles. Let us simply say, thank you for your service. Let us honor them by supporting their well-being, both physically and mentally. Let us advocate for their needs, assist them in their transitions in life, and provide them with the care and respect they so greatly deserve. Let us ensure that they have access to quality health care, mental health services, and employment opportunities. But more importantly, a roof over their heads and food on their tables. Let us honor them by teaching future generations about their struggles and sacrifices. Let us instill in our children a deep sense of gratitude and patriotism. Let us inspire them to follow in the footsteps of these heroes, to serve their country if called upon, with honor and integrity. As we honor our veterans today, let us also commit to building a better future for them and their families in our local communities. Let us work toward a world where their sacrifices are never forgotten and their contributions are always valued and held dear. Let us honor them, not just on this day, but every day. Thank you again for your service. Now I'd like to introduce our newly elected 8th Plymouth District State Representative, Dennis Gallagher.
Thank you, Kevin. Good morning, everybody. Today I stand before you to say a few remarks, not only as the state representative-elect for this district, but also as a Navy veteran myself. Also the uncle of nieces and nephews that have served in the United States service. The son of a World War II veteran and the grandson of a World War I veteran. All of us, in some way or another, have family members that are or have served. There is no better way to give back. There is no better way to serve our community but for your country in the United States military. Most serve voluntarily to better themselves, their family, and to learn a lot about themselves. But many serve not knowing what obstacles they will face. But we as a community should always welcome them home, honor them, and never forget what they gave up to protect our freedoms as a country. As we walk through the Common this morning and down Bedford Street, we see hundreds of Old Glory flying in the wind. That should make us all proud of all those who have served so that flag can still fly. But let us not, on this Veterans Day or any day, forget those who were prisoners of war and who are still missing in action. The MIA and POW flag should always fly with the American flag to remind us, constantly remind us, of those who have not come home. We as a community come together in May, on Memorial Day. That day is reserved to recognize and honor those who gave us the ultimate sacrifice for our country. In July, we come together to celebrate the freedoms that we have as a country because of the brave men and women who have put their lives on the line so we can enjoy our freedoms. But today we recognize all veterans, past and present, but we always can do more to help our veterans as a community. I ask and encourage all of you to get involved and support causes for veterans that are in need. Many veterans today suffer PTSD, and the suicide rate is much, much too high. We can do much more to help them, but they need to know that we are here to support them. There is no reason that veterans should have an inadequate shelter. Homelessness amongst veterans is way too high, and we need to do more to bring that number to zero. Veterans are proud and humble and may not want to seek help, as they see it as a sign of weakness. They should not think that way. Our community support has always been strong and should always be strong and be there for them. If they are aware of that, then it is okay to ask for help. It's not just about them getting a free cup of coffee once a year. It's about 365 days a year. A lot of veterans need help and assistance. So as we enter this holiday season and enjoy the festivities that we are accustomed to, let us not forget those who are less fortunate and those that need a little cheer, and most importantly, just say thank you. Thank you for your service, so we can all get along together. Thank you and enjoy the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we're going to be firing rifles for our rifle salute, followed by taps, followed by our national anthem. Details, attention! Present arms. Order, arms. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. or Miss Madison Bradley for our national anthem. present arms.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Order arms. Thank you, Miss Bradbury. That was beautiful, as it was on Memorial Day on the Common. At this point, I'd like to turn it over to our judges. As many of you may know, we have 3 awards that are given for the marching units in the parade. So I'll turn it over to our judges here to announce the winners of those 3 awards.
Hi everyone, I'm Amelia Chu and I'm from West Bridgewater.
And I'm Bridget Murphy and I'm from West Bridgewater as well.
We're going to be announcing the Best Marching Units Award, and all the judges have decided we are going to present the award to Bridgewater Rainham Regional High School Band for Best Marching Unit. Give it up for them. Very well done, and we would just like to take this opportunity to once again thank all of our veterans here today and anyone currently serving for all of their sacrifices and their service. Thank you all.
Hi, my name's Candy Boyle, and I'm from East Bridgewater, and I'm going to announce the best float/theme, and we all decided to give it to the Fire for Effect in West Bridgewater. And thank you so much, veterans.
I'm Pauline Brenia from Bridgewater, and I would like to present the trophy for the judge's choice to Pat Snow's Dance Academy.
All right, congratulations to all of those who received awards, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to participate in the parade today. It was a tremendous showing, and everybody really looked great, and I think everybody deserves a round of applause. I would like to now turn it over to Father Bill Devine for our benediction. Father Bill Devine is a Navy veteran.
Let us pray. Lord, as we conclude this ceremony, we continue to support our veterans. We ask your blessing of eternal life on those veterans who've died and whose graves are marked with our flag. Bless all those who are honored by our tri-town memorials and the banners that are displayed throughout our towns. Bless to our veterans now living, those here today, and all veterans and their families. May they know our gratitude for them and the service they've given not only to our country but to the world. And bless those presently serving in our military. May their actions continue the legacy of patriotism, strength, and commitment of those who've gone before them. And bless all of us here this morning, Lord. Bless all Americans and all those living in our country. May we always appreciate the freedoms and the blessings that come from you, our God, that you've given to us and have been secured and safeguarded by our veterans. May all of us, Lord, veterans and non-veterans, be peacemakers in our world. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for coming out and enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day. Be safe.